Yes, your Frontier opening bell here from Frontier Africa Reports is Wednesday, the 7th of May. Get a quick run through the market today. The Nigerian stock market posted the biggest single day jump since the start of the second quarter, 1.5%. A very big upside drive for the market, led in demand by oil and gas, 3%. Consumer goods added 2%. Banking sector came back from a lackluster week, 1.6%. Insurance was down 1.6%. You can see all the big names across the market. The total value of all the listed securities on the Nigerian market now roughly 70 trillion naira. We did about $11.28 million yesterday in currency value. But let's just see the rest of the region, the markets. 1% to the BRVM composite. The Egyptian market was up by 0.23% in Nairobi. Stock market, the Osha index at 125.94. The GSE fell by 0.04%. The Rand gained on the dollar. The CFA franc was 0.53. And of course, you find a few other assets also in the green. Gold and Brent crude started making recovery as well. But let's just put those markets behind us. Look forward to today's trading day. That was Wednesday's equity side, by the way. Let's see what's making the headlines across the continent. In East Africa, MTN Rwanda reporting earnings up about 230.5% year on year in the first quarter. That's quite a very bumper size earnings from this big telco listed on the Kigali Stock Exchange. This bond market in the CEMAC region for the Central African region says it's hit about 8.45 trillion CFA franc in the month of March. Interest rates dive, however. And Cameroon's Kribi bitumen plant is looking to start construction this year with government backing that key project. In Kenya, the government says it's revived the economic stimulus program budget. That will be about 287% than it was initially planned. The idea is for President Ruto's administration to create jobs, growth, and industrial manufacturing economy for the East Africa's biggest economy, by the way. Kenya Fame says they earn about 50 billion shillings from AGOA exports. That was 2024 figure. AGOA now is is out of the door as everyone's looking to whether it will be renewed by President Donald Trump's administration. And Tanzania says it's allocating about 2.2 trillion shillings to spur infrastructure development in the East African economy. Take it to West Africa. Heineken Ethiopia reported sales that's about 30% better than Nigeria and South Africa. But again, what else do we have? Nigeria has approved $652 million that the government has approved. That $650 million US China Exim Bank road finance package for the country. In the meantime, Reuters reported overnight that Renaissance Africa has stopped all shipments via this facility in River State because of a spill at the pipeline of Okodia Rumekwe facility. The Naira survived April last month on central banks firing $2.5 billion into the market to sustain the value of the local unit. And a Cascado and Sterling Bank says they launched $2 million fund to support SME lending for Nigerian industries, while Ghanaian authorities reporting gold reserves, that's the central bank, at 46 billion Ghanaian cedis for the month of April. And finally, Echo Building Group has expanded its operations in Senegal with 1.75 million euros investment. Okay, let's touch on in Southern Africa. Yesterday, we saw the Bank for International Settlement and the South African Reserve Bank are hosting the 2025 G20 Tech Spirit Summit in Johannesburg. In the meantime, Goldfields and AngloGold, two of the biggest miners on the continent, says they are pausing discussions over a mega mine they're looking to work together on in Ghana, in West Africa. And Saudi Arabia-backed Red Sea Gateway is looking at Durban Port Project in South Africa. Namibia's central bank is issuing about 270 million Namibian dollars in commemorative notes to honor past presidents of the country. And Airtel Malawi reporting a very robust full year 2024. Revenue came in roughly 40% to the upside. EBITDA was about 30.5% better. Customer growth was 14.3%. and shareholders will get 2 kwacha per share as cash dividend for the year just behind us. Okay, look into the northern markets just as we move on to the rest of the day. Morocco says, authority says they created about 282,000 jobs in the first part of the year. In the meantime, 200,000 Egyptians reportedly invest about 2.1 billion currencies, that's the Egyptian pound, in gold funds. That's according to the Financial Reporting Regulatory Authority, while Egypt and the European Union are discussing the second phase of that 4 billion euros macro financial assistance, and that mission is expected to happen later this month. And Elsewedy Electric, listed on the Egyptian Stock Exchange, supported the acquisition of that majority stake in Thomassen Services. The idea is to expand its gas turbine operations of this electric giant. Back in Morocco, the EBRD, that's the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, has partnered and partners, they've unveiled a 65 million euros green financing deal with a BMCI, which is also a listed financial services company. And finally, Morocco's Stam has won roughly $30 million contract for the King Mohammed V Airport Terminal, the construction. That's going to be a further enhancement of tourism business in one of North Africa's biggest economy. And those are your headlines this Wednesday, the 7th of May. I am Bosi Namofai. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you back on the show on Thursday.